Hey there, yarn lovers! Welcome back to my channel. Are you ready to add a touch of autumn magic to your home? Here today, I'm going to show you how to crochet the cutest, coziest pumpkin placemat ever. This quick pattern is perfect for beginners and experienced crocheters alike. We'll be using simple stitches like double and single crochet to create the signature pumpkin shape. And I'll walk you through each step, so don't worry if you're new to amigurumi or crocheting in the round. By the end of this video, you'll have a beautiful handmade placemat that's perfect for fall gatherings, Thanksgiving dinners, or just adding a touch of autumn charm to your everyday table. And the best part? You can customize the size and colors to match your own unique style. Stick with me, and let's get started on this fun fall design. Get your hooks and yarns ready. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more crafting fun. Share this video with your friends who love to crochet or create. And if you want to adjust the size, just add or decrease rounds. It's up to you. The finished diameter of my placemats is 8.5 inches. Here's a closer look at the orange placemat. Isn't it vibrant? And this is the one I made in yellow. What do you think? For this project, I'm using Elise cotton gold yarn in a 100-gram, 330-meter skein. I'll also be using brown Elise cotton gold for the stems. I'll be using a 2.75mm crochet hook. Are you ready? Let's get started on our placemat. We'll begin with a magic ring. Chain 3. And inside the ring, we're going to make a total of 12 double crochet stitches, counting the starting chain as 1. After you've made 12 double crochets, slip stitch into the top of the first chain to close the round. Chain 3. Now, double crochet into the same space where we made the slip stitch. Chain 1 and then double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 1 and again double crochet into the next stitch. So we're creating a pattern of double crochets with a chain 1 in between. Continue this pattern all the way around, working into each of the 12 stitches from the previous round. When you reach the end of the round, chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of the first chain to close it off. Chain 3 and then double crochet into the next stitch. Now, looking at the next 2 stitches, single crochet into the first one and then double crochet into the second one. Chain 1. Repeat the same pattern. Single crochet into the first stitch, double crochet into the second. So we're increasing the number of stitches in each group by 1. Make sure there's a chain 1 between each group. Continue like this until the end of the round. When you reach the end, chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of the first chain. For the 4th round, chain 3 and double crochet into the next stitch. Now, double crochet into the last stitch of the group of 3 from the previous round. Chain 1. Single crochet into the first and second stitches of the next group of 3 and double crochet into the third. Chain 1. Again, single crochet into the first 2 stitches of the group of 3 and double crochet into the third. Continue this pattern all the way around. When you reach the end of the round, chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of the first chain. Chain 3. Now, work double crochets into each stitch until you reach the last stitch of the round. Into that last stitch, make a double crochet. Chain 1. Continue with double crochets in each stitch until you reach the last stitch again. Make a double crochet into that last stitch. And just like that, you'll continue to the end of the round. See how the pattern is starting to repeat itself? That's great. From the 3rd round onwards, it's going to be the same basic idea for each round. And remember, when you're working on a new round, you always make a double crochet into the last stitch of the previous round's group. This helps to build the circle upwards. See, in the 2nd round, we had groups of 2 stitches. In the 3rd round, groups of 3. In the 4th, groups of 4. And in this 5th round that we're working on now, we have groups of 5. And if you look back from the 2nd round, you'll notice that we always make a double crochet into the 2nd stitch of each group. And when we move to the next round, we make a double crochet into the last stitch of the previous round's group. Like here in the 5th round, we made a double crochet into the last stitch of the previous round's group. We're going to continue increasing the circle like this until we have a total of 8 rounds after the magic ring. And in the 8th round, each group should have 8 double crochet stitches. Okay, so I've completed 8 rounds after the magic ring, and in the last round, I have groups of 8 double crochets. Chain 1 and slip stitch into the top of the first chain to close the round. Chain 1. Now, starting from the same space where we made the slip stitch, we're going to make 10 single crochet stitches. So we've made 8 single crochets into the tops of the 8 double crochets from the previous round. We have 9 single crochets because of the chain 1 spaces. And now I'm making the 10th single crochet into the next stitch. Chain 4, skip 2 stitches and double crochet into the next stitch. Chain 3, skip 2 stitches again and double crochet. Chain 3, Here, since there's a chain 1 space, we're going to skip 2 stitches and double crochet into the next stitch. We're going to create a total of 13 double crochet stitches in this way, making sure there's a chain space between each one. We started with a chain 4, and for the other spaces between the groups, we'll be chaining 3. And make sure to count the chain spaces as stitches when you're skipping stitches in the base round. After making all 13 double crochets, chain 4. Skip 2 stitches and make 10 single crochets. Skip 2 stitches, and we're going to complete it with 13 single crochets. "12 single crochets into the space and 13th into the double crochet stitch. And on the right side, we've created 14 boxes and 13 double crochet stitches. After completing the 13 single crochets, we're going to repeat the same process on the left side. 13 double crochets and 14 boxes. Remember to chain 4 for the first box before and after the single crochet groups, and chain 3 for the rest. Continue making the boxes all the way around. Now, pay close attention to the end of the round. To make the last box, chain 4. Normally we skip 2 stitches between boxes, but to keep the number of boxes even on both sides, we're going to skip 3 stitches this time. And make 3 single crochets. We'll make the last single crochet into the space where we started with 10 single crochets earlier. So by making 3 single crochets at the end, we'll have a total of 13 single crochets here, just like we had at the beginning. After the last single crochet, slip stitch into the top of the first chain to join the round. Chain 1, and starting from the same space, single crochet into each of the single crochets below, creating a total of 10 single crochets. Now, into the first box, make a half double crochet and 3 double crochets. We're going to keep working our way around. When you get to a chain space, make a single crochet into it. And when you get to a double crochet from the previous round, make a double crochet into the top of it. All right, I've worked all the way around, filling each box and working double crochets into the tops of the stitches. Remember, in the chain 4 space after the single crochet group at the top of the pumpkin, we made a half double crochet and 3 double crochets. So in the chain 4 space before the single crochet group at the bottom of the pumpkin, we're going to make 3 double crochets and a half double crochet. Now, single crochet into each of the 13 single crochets below. And when we reach the boxes, we'll repeat what we did on the right side. In the chain 4 space before the single crochet group, make a half double crochet and 3 double crochets. Double crochet into the top of the double crochet stitch. And when we get to the last chain 4 space before the single crochet group, we'll again make 3 double crochets and a half double crochet. In each box, make 3 double crochets and then continue with double crochets into the tops of the stitches all the way around. In the last chain space, make 3 double crochets and a half double crochet. We made 10 single crochets at the beginning of the round, so now make the remaining 3 single crochets to complete the group of 13. Slip stitch into the top of the first chain. Chain 1, and starting from the same space, single crochet into each of the single crochets below. Now, into the half double crochet of the first box, make a half double crochet. We're going to work double crochets into each of the double crochet stitches below. Into the half double crochet that we made before the single crochet group, make another half double crochet. And now, single crochet into each of the 13 single crochets below. We'll repeat the same process on the right side. Half double crochet into the half double crochet of the first box, and then double crochet into each of the other stitches. When we get to the last box, make a half double crochet into the last half double crochet. And then make 3 single crochets to complete the group of 13. Make a half double crochet into the half double crochet of the last box, and then make 3 single crochets. Slip stitch into the top of the first chain to close the round. Now, we're going to work the final round with the yellow yarn. In this round, we're going to be working single crochets into the tops of the stitch groups and into the half double crochets. We're going to increase the 13 single crochets to 15. Chain 1, and starting from the same space, make single crochets. I've made 10 single crochets. Now I'm making the 11th single crochet into the half double crochet. And now we're going to work double crochets into each stitch until we reach the next single crochet group. I've finished the double crochets, and now we're at the half double crochet. You can see how the pumpkin shape is really starting to take form. We're going to make a total of 15 single crochets along this edge. I've made 14 single crochets, and now I'm making the 15th, starting with the half double crochet so they're all in the same row. Great! We've completed the 15 single crochets. Now we'll continue with double crochets all the way around. After finishing the double crochets, you can see the last one here. It indicates where the single crochet group starts. We're going to make 4 single crochets, starting from this space after the half double crochet. We already made 11 at the beginning of the round, so this will bring us to a total of 15 single crochets, just like we had at the bottom. After the last single crochet, cut the yarn and fasten off with an invisible join. Weave in the end on the back, being careful not to pull it too tight. There, we've finished the main body of our pumpkin. Now, we're going to work the final round with the black cotton yarn. You could also use dark brown or green if you prefer. Chain 1 and attach the yarn to any stitch. Chain 1, and now we're going to single crochet until we reach the group of 15 single crochets. We're at the single crochet group now. We're going to slip stitch into each of these 15 single crochets. Be careful not to pull the yarn too tight when you're making the slip stitches. After the 15 slip stitches, we'll continue with single crochets into each stitch until we reach the next single crochet group. I've switched from black to brown yarn off camera, and I've just finished the last single crochet. Now we're going to slip stitch into each of the single crochets below. After the last slip stitch, we'll continue with single crochets all the way around. Once you've finished the last single crochet, cut the yarn and fasten off with an invisible join. Weave in the end on the back. Okay, we've finished the edging of the pumpkin. Now, we're going to make the stem at the top, using the same brown yarn. Counting from the bottom, find the loop behind the 5th single crochet. You'll see the loop from the slip stitches and the yellow loops. Insert your hook through both layers of the yellow loop and attach the yarn. Chain 1 and single crochet into the same space. We're going to make a total of 5 single crochets. We've made the first one. Now make the rest, working through both layers of the yellow loops. After the 5 single crochets, chain 1 and single crochet into each stitch across. Chain 1, turn the work, and for the 3rd row, make 5 single crochets. Chain 1. Now for the 4th row, skip the first stitch, single crochet into the next. Single crochet into the next stitch, skip a stitch, and single crochet into the last stitch. We've decreased the number of stitches to 3. Chain 1, turn the work. You can also chain 2 here if you prefer. Skip the first stitch. Now, skip the next 3 stitches and single crochet into the last stitch. Chain 1, cut the yarn, and weave in the end on the back. Now for the leaf, attach the yarn to the yellow single crochet stitch to the right of the stem. Chain 25. Now, work 2 half double crochets into the first chain. One half double crochet into the next chain. 2 half double crochets into the next. 1 half double crochet, and then 2 half double crochets. So we're alternating between 2 and 1 half double crochet in each chain to create the curved shape of the leaf. Continue like this until you reach the end of the chain. I've filled all the chains with half double crochets, and now I'm going to slip stitch into the yellow stitch where we started. Chain 1, cut the yarn, and weave in the end. If you gently curl the leaf with your fingers, it will hold its shape nicely. If you want a more pronounced curl, you can work 2 half double crochets into each chain instead of alternating between 2 and 1. This will create a tighter curl. And that's it! We've completed all the steps for our placemat. You can give it a final press with the steam from your iron to neaten up the edges. And there you have it! Our pumpkin placemat is complete. I'm so proud of you. You can press the edges lightly with steam to shape them nicely. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more fun crochet projects. See you in my next video. Bye for now.